Hey everybody, welcome back to Nutty 68 Chevelle. It's been an extremely busy day for me. I changed out all of my valve springs and valve seals and changed the installed height of my new valve springs. So as you can see, I changed out all of them, and I did the driver's side as well. I'll walk over there. And there you can see all that. And then here's the old valve springs and the old valve seals, and my rocker arms. I still haven't put those on yet, but I was going to do a video of that and show you guys how I put rocker arms on and adjust valve lash. Yeah, I'm going to put the camera down here, and hopefully it's not the glare too much. But the guy who taught me how to do all this, he was an old blown alcohol boat racer from the early 80s. And when I was stuck in my wheelchair back in early 2000, I worked at his shop just to learn about motors and all that kind of stuff. And he taught me everything that I know. But anyways, how I adjust or put the rocker arms on is the first one I'm actually going to put on is basically the intake, because I have the intake up on the fender there, the rocker arm. It's already been greased, went through all the bearings, everything's good. So I'll show you guys what I do, the process. So here is the exhaust. So obviously it's gone past where it needs to be, but I'll show you guys. So I'm watching the exhaust push rod. So I got to do the whole engine cycle here. So the exhaust is going up, exhaust is going down, intake push rod's going up, intake push rod or valve is closing, theoretically. Now I have to watch as soon as this push rod starts to move up, where the exhaust valve starts to open, then I stop. There, it's moving up. So now I can install my intake rocker arm. I'll show you guys here, and I've already greased everything. I put high pressure grease on the push rod and all that. Oh crud, I know what I forgot. Yeah, I forgot something. You guys are probably wondering, what did I forget? This little guy here. This is a lash cap. I have to run these. So, put this, these are all clean. I already cleaned them all already. Hopefully it's not. So, I already adjusted valve lash. So, before this video and before my valve springs came in, I went through all my rocker arms and greased them, took apart the bearings, made sure none were sticky or anything. And for reference, the torque on these is, they say, well, the stand itself is anywhere between 40 to 57 foot-pounds, depending on the stud. And these guys here are about 30 foot-pounds. So I don't have a 30 foot-pound torque wrench, I have a big one. So I make them snug. I've been doing these rocker arms a very long time, so kind of got the gist of it. So how I adjust the valves is this guy here. So my actual bullet camshaft, it actually requires, I do believe it's 25 thou hot, but I'm doing it cold. So I have this set at 20 thou. So I always go a tight 20 thou, so it's hard to pull out, hard to go in. That's how I do it. Now the lash adjuster is crucial. It's only maybe 15 to 20 foot-pounds of pressure. That's it. Because if you put any more pressure on this, it'll pull against this stud and has a tendency to break the back of the rocker arm. So that's why I do not reef on these. It's only 20 foot-pounds. So yeah, so the intake set. So now I just double check. I always double check everything, guys. Girls, I always do. Force of habit. So now the exhaust, I'm going to put the exhaust valve on. So now I'm going to wait for this to go to full valve lift, and as soon as it starts to close, then I'll stop. Then I can put the exhaust on. So the exhaust is going up. Now the intake's starting to open. The intake goes to full valve lift. It starts to come down. As you can see, it's starting to close. As it's starting to close, then I can put on the exhaust rocker arm. And you guys can see that I've already greased all these with high pressure grease. So this guy goes on here like so. Crud, I forgot the lash cap again. Yeah. And it's kind of like a safety thing that I do too. Like I have already pretty close to preset the lash on these things. So it's kind of like a dummy system for me that if these are too sloppy, then I know something's up. Then I know I'm like, duh, Scotty, you gotta put the lash cap on. As you can see, you see how tight it is already? Because before I preset all the lash. So now, before I even tighten this, I verify to make sure that the push rod is inside the center of the lifter, which it is. Yep. Now do this. And now, give it a snug. Give it a snug. There. Now, the exhaust is the exact same thing as the intake. Both intake and exhaust are hot 25 thou. So I set them as a cold, tight 20. So this is a little bit too loose for me. So I just put this in there. There we go. About maybe 20 to 25 foot-pounds on these. And that's it. That's not quite enough. No more. Yeah, that's about right. There. Double check. Good. Now, what I do is I go through the cycle of the engine. So, because that was quick. As it goes through its cycle, as the valve opening closes, the valve lift can change. So that's why I always do this. There, it's kind of, there we go. There. Now both valves are closed. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to lean over the car, but I'm the only one that can do this. I haven't taught any one of my friends yet how to do this, so I'm stuck doing it. So it kind of tires me out doing this, but that's okay. I love doing all this kind of stuff. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm going to go through that whole process for all the rest of the valves, and that's how I do it. So anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Hopefully tomorrow, or tomorrow's Wednesday, maybe Thursday, I'll have the car running. And when I start the car, I'll have a cam thing set up, or one of those tripod things set up, so you guys can see it and listen to it start for the first time this year. So anyways, like, subscribe, comment. If I did anything wrong in the video with valve lash or adjusting rocker arms, let me know. But if not, have a great afternoon and talk to you guys again.